Yes, indeed. We live. We're live. For those who catch this later on, you are viewing a live stream. Y'all gotta kind of bear with me today. I've been fighting a headache all damn morning, man. They say when you get headaches, then you gotta properly hydrate. I've been fighting it all morning, but that ain't gonna stop the work though. Not at all. This live stream right here is gonna bring forth some real understanding of what's taking place. Shalom, family. I'm glad y'all catching it this morning. Good day, good day. Brandy Bailey in the house. We got Connor Bissell. What's good, Ak? Hey, as y'all coming to this live stream, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Shalom. Now, this whole Tekashi 6ix9ine, Treyway, Shotty, this whole situation, honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with y'all. This ain't something that I'm really did my extensive research on. Not something that I'm really interested in. But my live stream last night, there was an inordinate amount of people who was like, hey, Breed, what you think about the 6ix9ine case? What about Tekashi? What about snitching? What about this? What about that? And I said, you know what? Any opportunity that's presented for me to help the youngins on the come up, to help the youth, I'm going to take that opportunity, because you know what? This is a teaching point. This is most definitely a teaching point right here. All the youngins on the come up, y'all got to understand this. Trouble is real easy to get into, but it's really, really hard to get out. Just because Tekashi 6ix9ine did a phenomenal job with telling on half of New York City for their crimes, which, hey, nobody in the streets is loyal. Everybody telling. So that doesn't surprise me. But just because this happened doesn't mean that it'll be easy for the next man to do the same thing. Because the youngins who get in trouble nowadays, they're throwing you under the jail. You're not going to get an opportunity like Tekashi 6ix9ine. He had an opportunity presented to become free. He took that opportunity. And I'm going to tell you right now, most people do that. Most people who get put into that courtroom or put into that damn interrogation room, most people are going to snitch. Most people. Y'all got to understand, anything that's being promoted, and I mean anything that's being promoted on mainstream media, anything that's being promoted on mainstream media has an agenda. All right? So now we got to look at what the agenda is. Why is this story so popular? Why every so-and-so decade, every few years, there's a big case with a rapper or musician or artist? Let's put on our thinking caps. Yep, Connor Bissell says to distract the masses. Absolutely, that's one reason. Here's another reason. It's not only to distract the masses, but all of these so-called entertainers and rappers and record labels and companies, they got stock in the prison industrial complex. A lot of things that you see on TV is a smoke and mirror. Now, I remember distinctly a few months before Tekashi was arrested, when he was being brought up on charges, he was on camera practicing how not to drop the soap. This man was on camera practicing on how not to drop the soap. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. This man is either a real troll to the highest power, or he understood what was going to happen. It's a lot of young brothers and sisters out here who are cocky and arrogant. And then you have some people who are cocky and arrogant because they already know what's going to happen. They know the outcome of the situations that they're placed in. So with the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation, this is a way of broadening the prison industrial complex. See, they're letting all of the older people out of jail. The people who have no more fight in them, they're being released from prison. The people who spent 20, 30 years in that prison system, to the point where their spirit and mind have died already, they're releasing them, and then they're opening up space for the younger people now, because the prison system is getting way, way too crowded. That's slave labor, ladies and gentlemen. So what's happening right now is they're using somebody like Tekashi to make it even seem like it's possible for somebody to be facing that much time and get out of it. This man was apparently involved in half of the crimes that he snitched about. And I'm going to say this as well. We got this whole snitch narrative, right? Oh, he's a snitch. He's that. He's this. We got to break down what this snitching culture is. We got to break down where this culture even stems from. Tilo Smile says, I think he was an FBI agent. That's very possible. That's very possible. What up, family? When it comes to these streets, right? And this is for the youngins coming up. When it comes to matters of the streets, nobody is loyal. There is no loyalty. It does not exist. If somebody is facing triple life sentences, they're going to tell. They're going to go home to their family. Believe that. Now, let's think about what's happening in the mainstream media. Let's talk about the snitch agenda. Somebody that the youth look up to, like Tekashi 6ix9ine. They're making it seem like it's a big deal, like he's, his life may be in jeopardy, so on and so forth, right? They were protecting him from day one. That's clear. So let's look at it. They're making it seem like he may be in danger for his life, so on and so forth. Everybody in the hip hop industry and culture is talking about snitching and snitches, and they'll never do that, and what's going to happen to him when he get out, and this and that and this and that. Ladies and gentlemen, the media control us. The media control us. They can make you hate and love a person. When Drake dropped that back-to-back song, that trash back-to-back song that had everybody hating Meek Mills, right? When Drake dropped that track, everybody hated Meek Mills. But guess what? Jay-Z got a hold of him. He made you love Meek Mills again. They put him in jail for popping a willy, and they had you loving Meek Mills again. They got the black conscious woke people behind them, and the media made you love Meek Mill again. You think they can't do the same damn thing to Tekashi 6ix9ine? Then you're gonna have a bunch of invincible, well, you're gonna have a bunch of youngins who think they invincible, who could just go to jail and snitch their way out. Oh, you're gonna have that happening. When in fact, y'all not Tekashi. When you get caught, they're gonna take your shoelaces, they're gonna put you in that penitentiary. You may or may not get physically harmed, but most of all, your spirit is gonna die there. Your soul is gonna die in prison. One false move in this life, that's it. They don't have no mercy on you. They're not gonna do you like they doing Tekashi. You will suffer the consequences for your actions. Now, either this man here is a legendary snitch, or it's something deeper to it. I mean, just use common sense here. There are so many laws when it comes to RICO laws. There are so many laws when you're involved in an actual crime that is no way you facing 2-3 consecutive life sentences and you can snitch your way out of it. This is an agenda. This is expanding and broadening the industrial prison complex for the youth. That's what's happening. And just like they made you hate Meek Mill by using Aubrey with that trash back-to-back song, and then they made you love Meek Mill, they can do the same. They control our culture that much. And it's also a beta test as well. It's a shock test. It's a social, what it is a huge social experiment going on in the hood, in the projects. What they're trying to do is see if the gang culture is a threat to the New World Order. Because although brothers and sisters are gang banging and all of these things, they're still men. They're still masculine men who own firearms, who are aggressive, and who would be the ones to come to arms if war jump off. So it's a beta test going on right now to see if the gangs are still following the code of conduct, the rules, so on and so forth. If they can curb the people's enthusiasm to change their mindset on certain laws and rules regarding the gang culture, then they have already basically destroyed the strong men, the last forefront that we have on a physical level. So what you're going to have in the future is a bunch of soft, feminine rappers with colorful hair, painted fingernails, and skirts, gang banging. And you're going to have not just that with rappers, you're going to see that in the streets. You're going to see that, I mean, walking in the hood, you're going to start seeing that. They can make you love a person and hate a person. Hit that thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. We got 121 people in here. Let's get more. We in here on the early morning. Yep, what it do? It's about time for me to start getting some mods too, ladies and gentlemen. So for those who support the channel, I'm gonna start making moderators on these live streams. Dominic, yeah, I got you. Thank you, family. Appreciate it. So I didn't really want to talk about the whole situation, but any opportunity I have to help the youth, help the youngins on the come up to understand what this system is about, I'm gonna take that opportunity and let it be known what's happening. What you have is a clear case. What you have is a clear case of an agenda. propaganda. And every time it's propaganda, it's going somewhere. They're looking to broaden and expand the prison industrial complex. Every rapper, every record label, every major company, they are invested in the prison industrial complex. I would not be surprised if Tekashi 6ix9ine himself is not invested in the industrial prison complex. And that's just what it is. So y'all wanted to know my thought on the Tekashi 6ix9ine and Treyway and Shotty. Listen, everybody else around Tekashi 6ix9ine, they're gonna burn. So use that. All the youngins coming up, look at that. Look at everybody around him. Only this man is coming out of jail anytime soon. Everybody else around him, everybody else is facing 15 plus. And those are some long, hard years in New York. And if I'm not mistaken, they going to Rikers. That's gonna be some hard time. I mean, all the youngins on the come up, stay the hell out of jail. Why do you want to go to jail? That is not a badge of honor. You're gonna be smelling stale piss all day, eating next to where you use the bathroom. Why? Why go to prison? So you already know that you got hip-hop police in the industry. But what they're not telling you is the hip-hop police are the celebrities as well. They're agents. So from the jump, when you seen Tekashi 6ix9ine practicing on how not to drop the soap months before he went to prison, maybe he knew something. Maybe he knew something. We gotta think a lot deeper than just, oh, there's some street. We thinking on a low. A lot of times, brothers thinking on a low level. Oh, that's just some street stuff, and people being infatuated with the streets. This is deeper than streets. Anytime you see the media push something so heavy and everybody's talking about it, oh, CIA, FBI, COINTELPRO, Agenda 21, all of them have their hands in it. These are some strategic people, ladies and gentlemen. They sit around a round table and they plot events. And each event that they make mainstream, they are going to have an outcome from it. It's going to result in something. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to result in the bondage of the minorities. It's going to result in the bondage of the poor. So you need to know what's taking place. So this video, just thought I'd come through. We still going to do our midday motivational talk for the day. So you got more videos coming ASAP. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep on putting in that work. It ain't going to stop. You know what I'm saying? No matter what they say or do or try to do, it ain't going to stop. So I'd like to thank all y'all for joining this live stream off the E-morning. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up one more time before it closes out so we can drive that traffic. But I appreciate y'all viewing. Thanks for subscribing. Shalom and peace.